Ladies and gentlemen, KluTzy Joe coming at you with another review, and this time we are looking at the Mezco 112 DC Classics Captain Marvel, which for trademark purposes they did end up putting Shazam on the bottom left corner, as you get to see right there. On the bottom right corner you end up getting to see the DC Comics logo, and right here at the very top you just end up getting to see the 112. Same thing goes at the very top, 112. Right here on the sides you just end up getting the lightning bolt right here, along with a Mezco Toys endorsement right here, the Shazam right here, and the Shazam catchphrase at the very top. In the back, you end up getting this beautiful, these beautiful portraits of the figure. Very bottom, you just end up getting all this legal jargon that nobody really cares about. Slip this cover, and you end up getting to see that everything is the same. So, waste of time, I guess. Anyways, it does end up having a magnetized slip cover. Door cover. Anyways, you also, once you open it, you end up being treated with this beautiful artwork of Billy Batson turning over to Shazam. Very cool, along with a window style packaging. And anyways, let's look at the figure. Okay, so for accessories, he does end up coming with this 3-head portrait. As you get to see, the normal one right here is a regular Billy Batson right here. And really like the skin tone on this guy. Looks actually pretty good. And let me see if I can actually get the, there we go, focus is actually pretty good. So the skin tone is actually alright. Like how it looks at his component posture. This is him in his happy portrait, which everybody can actually identify this as Billy Batson's portrait. And this is him screaming Shazam. So it's actually a pretty cool portrait as well. I did modify this one, so I did modify ahead of this one. I'll show you guys in a moment. Also ends up coming about with 3 pairs of hands. Comes over with a pair of fists, which the skin tone is actually a lot more better. If you really want to look at the color of the skin tone, just look at the bottom right here where the other 5 hands are. So that's actually the skin tone. It actually looks pretty cool. Anyways, he ends up coming over with these grabby hands, which are actually pretty cool as well. He comes over with this fly pose hands, which I'm actually really digging. Well, the skin tone actually came out a lot more better that way. Comes with a Mr. Atom head portrait, which actually looks pretty cool. It looks like he ended up getting punched out and just kept the head. Also comes with a little Mr. Mind. Looks insanely cool. There you get to see that he ends up having his transmitter. His everything is actually pretty good. The transmitter, the little helmet that he ends up having, along with his little glasses, as you get to see. Real cool. How is it that they were able to have that much attention to detail over to a little worm? His lightning effect, which is really awesome. Yeah. Comes over with his bag, and he also comes with this removable cape. This one doesn't necessarily end up having the little cape stand, so yay! Also ends up coming with this little stand right here, along with a flight stand and a little pig, but I didn't take that one out of the package. So anyways, let's look at Earth's mightiest mortal. And here he is, a big red cheese himself, as Dr. Savannah actually calls him, Captain Marvel. Now, I am very happy with this figure. In many ways, he actually does remind me of the Alex Ross covers. Anyways, this cape is actually pretty cool. There's bendy wire on the inside, so it is very posable. Now, you will notice that the string right here is a little bit more it's a little bit more shorter than the other one. The other one was a little bit more longer, and it would go around this much. But I modified it so that it could actually stay a little bit more closer over to Shazam's head. And if we were to take this thing off, we'll get to see that on this one I modified it so that this portrait ends up having a modification. So yeah, I actually kind of like that a little bit more better than the than the official release one. That is with the white eyes. But you be the judge of that. I think that one actually looks a lot more better. Anyways, let's not waste time. He's able to look up about that much, which is actually pretty cool. He's able to look up down about that much. Sorry about that. Ice on the machine. Anyways, he's able to open his arms an extremely amount. I think that if I were to push it, I think that he could actually open them all the way even higher. There we go. These are actually able to go up very high because of the fabric. Anyways, he's able to crunch about that much. That's pretty much about it. You know what? He's not crunching anymore. I mean, you can push it for him to crunch down a little bit more. So that's about as low as he's gonna get. He's able to open up about that much because of the pajamas. I mean, these things can actually rip like crazy. Very odd how is that to meet this one. He's able to kick forward that much. He's able to kick back that much. Double jointed knee articulation. And he does end up having ankle pivot, so that's what's actually pretty cool. Anyways, let's do a quick comparison. Here he is standing next to the BVS Superman. And as you get to see, they're both pretty much about the same height. Again, the colors are actually coming off a little bit weird and janky. If you really want me to actually show you, there's Superman, and that is how his skin tone actually looks pretty good. Now we do the same trick right here, and there you get to see the actual skin tone of Captain Marvel right there. So anyways, as you get to see, they're pretty good. They're pretty much almost the same size, with Captain Marvel actually being a little bit more taller. Here's a back-to-back comparison next to the BVS Batman, and as you get to see, yes, Captain Marvel is actually taller than Batman. So as you get to see, Captain Marvel is actually pretty tall, and it's not bad at all. Actually, I actually kind of dig this. There's the actual skin tone color of Batman. Anyways, let's continue. Here he is next to my favorite figure, the Mezco 112 Punisher, and as you get to see, the size is there's not even up for debate. He's actually way more shorter than Captain Marvel, as you get to see right here. He is very short, which I'm actually kind of digging that. I'm digging how is it that Captain Marvel is actually towering over basically Frank Castle and a lot of the figures that I've actually been showing you. Anyways, here he is standing next to DC Icon Superman, and as you get to see, DC Icons is very, very small compared to Mezco 112. Here he is back to back to the next to the Mezco 112 Classic Superman. Now I got a problem with this, right? Because Superman is supposed to be a lot more taller, but anyways, you know, I'll mention more about that in the review of this guy. And you know what? Actually, come to think of it, I don't have a problem with these two, with this guy actually towering over Superman. It's actually okay. I always think that Shazam should actually look a little bit more imposing than Superman, so it's not bad. And finally, here he is standing next to Mezco Hellboy. And as you get to see, he's not all that short in comparison to Hellboy. But again, it's actually pretty cool to end up seeing a retrospect as to Mezco's earlier work and Mezco's current work. So you get to see how KluTzy Joe lives up to his reputation. So you do get to see that, yes, Hellboy is actually taller than Billy Batson, but it's pretty cool. I mean, honestly, this is early Mezco stuff, so it's actually acceptable. Anyways, come back here, cameraman. So in closing, I really do end up loving this figure. This, what you're seeing right here is actually a modification. Also, I bought this cape over on eBay. Actually looks pretty cool on this figure. I love how it came out. I do end up having some issues with this guy actually being a lot more taller than Superman, now that I think about it, but either way, it's actually making him look very, very intimidating. And also this lightning effect actually looks pretty cool. I do wish that it would have actually came with 2 manageable lightning effects that you could put onto each and every hand. But oh no, I do end up loving this figure. He is probably one of the best Shazam figures that I've ever seen. And I'm saying this probably because I do end up having some mega bias, seeing as how this is the first Shazam figure that I've ever had. But I do end up liking it. I do love how they came out with the modified blue eyes. The blue eyes do end up making it look a lot more better than the white eyes, at least in my opinion. So I hope that you guys actually enjoyed this review, and I hope you guys subscribe on over to my channel. Anyways, this is my review. I hope you guys end up having a good week. Anyways, peace.